All right. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who Naked Up in Here. I'm your host, Mr. Witz, and I appreciate y'all being here with me. Can't have this space without you all. So if you would like to now, you can all unmute yourself and just greet one another. Show some love to the room.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody.
Hey, glad to
Hello.
be here.
I'm glad you got enough energy for all of us.
Vegas always got it. Always.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna need it tonight, so I'll steal some of his.
I've had like 4 huge cups of coffee.
Not huge cups.
Huge cups, right?
Right,
Huge.
that part. That part.
Oh gosh.
Well, welcome, Messiah. It's good to see you back. Welcome, Marianne Peterson. Welcome, Nemo. And Vegas. Oh, always
You ain't
good to have
welcome me.
you are my co-host. Welcome, co-host. It's so amazing to have you here with me. Sharing this space tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, what was the delay in your thank you? You know, ask for some to be acknowledged and then delayed in response.
You
I'm not-
know my day has been absolutely nuts, so I may be delayed in my messaging and everything. I'm so tired, but I thank you.
We thank you and see you wearing that red tonight. All right. Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna jump right in it.
Hi,
You-
Walter. Oh, sorry. We didn't say hi to Walter. Okay,
I
I'm
don't
done.
see Walter. Who's
I
Walter?
did. He welcomed me earlier.
I don't see a Walter in here.
He's
See a
here.
My dog, Walter, he's walking around in the background.
Gifted. You got me looking for another screen. I'm like, is my laptop tripping? I'm looking for another square on the screen.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Shout out to Walter. Thank you for joining us. Woof woof. That's dog language for those who don't know. But you know, let's get into it. You all are regular, so y'all know how it goes, but it's just my duty to announce this for the playback if anybody tends to catch it and would like to join us on the next episode. For all those that are here that would like to share tonight, there's an emotion button at the bottom of the screen. And if you click on it, you can raise your hand. All hands that are raised will be acknowledged. And in this space, being intimate as it is, we're going to share 2 pieces. All I ask is that you keep your mic muted while the artist is performing. If you have any comments, you're welcome to fill the chat with them. And after the artist performs, please, by all means, unmute yourself and show some love to the artist as well as the work. All right. With that being said, I'm going to open up tonight. Tonight I'm going to read from my book. This is one of my latest books. Can't see that, huh? Guess I'm gonna have to take my camera. All right, here we go. So tonight I will be reading from one of my latest books, well, my latest book, 2 Generations from Slavery, Volume 3. And I'm going to read poem number 13 and poem number 15. This first piece is entitled The Walk of Our Feet. The police say he was armed, but his family says the only weapon he had on him was a book. The newspaper read, Charlotte Police Protest. Governor declared state of emergency as violence erupts for a second evening. It's starting to feel like the good old days. At least that's what the good old boys say about those dark days when we were game for their smites, dangling by sundown, victims of our being out alone. Loitering can cast a life. Loitering can cost a life when all you have to fight for is your stand up. So we stand, walk, march our presence, Christmas carol the main vein into the heart of the city. The protest was meant to be peaceful, an unarmed people taking a walk against injustice. The shout is no justice, no peace. Justice for Keith Lamont Scott harmoniously stretched across the track, corralled on the I-85 to express disapproval by shutting down a highway. The initial intention wasn't to inflict any harm, yet the police came to meet with vigor, walled with fury, ill to regard, spit in their speech, argue in batons, canisters flown from behind their front lines, defense in their shield, force fielding the protest, blatant disdain for the cause, the effect led the walk of our feet, the stamping beat of the hood to the tops of patrolling police vehicles, fistful of brick, shatter in their windows, choked up from the thin of the smoke as the uniformed officers fired on the crowd. The bombs bursting sampled our national anthem. Their flash grenades' red glare declared independence to voice our discern, disperse from its gathering. Protesters scatter and rally and retaliate, covering their faces and throwing back the gas. Reports after all the madness in the morning barely cradled the failure of that peaceful display. In fact, fires burned in the street that night, left stench of its fumes in the air the next day, and the city bore its wounds, fell victim to the same beating that left us, black and blue.
Wow. Good Lord.
Thank you, Erica.
You always leave me thinking, brother. Always. Always. My God.
It's an amazing piece.
Thank you both. Okay, the next poem, again, is coming from Two Generations from Slavery, Volume 3. This is poem number 15. It's entitled Man Enough to Cry. They say a man ain't supposed to cry. Our tear ducts dry up as little boys. Cue ball in the whites of our eyes to break face open for a rack again. Long as we keep them there in their sockets, far from landing on top of feminine skin. Don't want to end up noosed in a torched body. Ain't trying to lose our freedom, our right to live. Balanced in an awkwarding glance at hailing women who don't take kindly to stares. They want our eyes bulged, as if beauty in view wasn't meant for peripherals. Those with masculine pupils better watch their step, better mind where they set their sights. You will have to believe that opposing attractions were just meant to pass you by or head directly at you without ever catching an eye. I guess life expectancy is kept to the blind. They say a man ain't supposed to cry. Our feeling rights are thrown out the window, hanging over power lines like worn out sneakers just before our nuts drop. If you wonder why we grab our crotch so much, it's to hold us back from feeling any emotion. When I was young, I was told tears dropped from masculine eyes would bleed the browning out around the iris, smearing like a marker. The magic of those words damn near wandered my passion away from me. To be honest with you, it did for a time, trick a young mind out of cleansing inside, wearing pride like a rain jacket to protect my face from ever being wet. The only option left for us as men is anger, misdirected energy, pressure to burst the pipe. How else could eyes how else could eyes cold into diamond without being pressurized? So we store in our emotional damage. And they question how anybody can get it. In fact, the next person to challenge a man will be the newest headline victim. And when we act upon that rage, built up from not having a way to release all the wrong done unto us without being labeled weak, sissy, punk, a girl even. So we take it like a man, the handgun of our fathers who showed us, knowing and unknowingly, how to use it. Must have been for these moments when we have to be strong enough to stand on our own, brave, strong, reputably, like a man.
Yeah, stand strong. Yeah, I love that. And I like, oh God, I forgot the line now. Wearing pride like a rain jacket. I was so cathartic and deep, and thank you. Man enough to cry.
There was a lot of truth in that poem, Wits. A lot of truth in there.
Thank you both. Thank you both, and thank everybody who's commenting in the chats. Again, welcome. Appreciate you all joining tonight for tonight's episode. Let's just keep the energy moving. Again, open your hearts and your mics and show some love to our first poet, Messiah Payne.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Saya.
Yes, let's go, sweetie. Come on.
Yeah,
with-
Messiah.
Thank you so much. What a welcome. So that was great with Mr. Witz. I'll jump right into it and read two poems. The first is called The Space Between Worlds. As emptiness permits self-generated consciousness, a breathing purpose rife with assertion, like a newly established predator from an unfathomable source, your presence would perhaps inform the completion of my world. In the space between our worlds, I find we are always struggling to clasp at definition, like shadow boxing with space, for an answer to this pervasive mystery, you and I, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Were we to find symmetry where worlds collide and seamlessly undertake a form of understanding, still, it would take more than mere understanding to reach my world or to land gracefully in yours. Perhaps our worlds will never see volume, setting over a horizon of union to refine the edges and make them whole, your word to mine. For in our seeming, only love invites to bridge worlds, and we hardly know what love is. Perhaps we will never know love's unsettled leisure in a universe gestating without an edge, stretching quintillions of miles ahead, a cold touch migrating with the breath of life. Love is never genuinely defined. Humanely, it is. And the second poem is called Jiva. Mirages, the imagination swept up in cosmic tides, a bait before evening stretches her hand and seizes the sleep whence we fall into our dreaming selves. There where dawning sleep draws clarified breaths, the ecstatic awaits on the other side of being, where you are not a you, nor merely are. The image is beset where being formlessly captures the unexpected, begins to percolate, and ecstasy, the ground of being, lifts you to genius, the kind of genius in which life has been formed. In that lucent stream, a light that undresses form, the sleep of ages, consciousness recycled from being to being, will thunderously awaken to take the tide back to the sea, being and non being. Toward the middle, you will be able to see for the first time. Thank you.
Fire, fire. Y'all open up y'all mics and show some love. I gotta respond to the Megan's comment. You truly are the Doctor Strange of poetry. Listening to you recite is like opening realms and connecting times. It's like walking through a portal. Listening to your wordplay, man. Just amazing, brother. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
I love his voice. Oh my God. That is so cool. I love your delivery.
Thank you.
Your pen is the way your pieces fit together, the interlock, it's incredible.
You know, I love your work, Messiah. Incredible stuff.
Love your work too, Gustav. Love you, Gustav.
Love you, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all keep that love going. In and out of the chat. And at this time, open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to the makers. Gustav Salas.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Yes.
I gotta
Thank
take
you,
my
Mr.
time
Wicks.
with you. Like even though I
Right?
love you, brother.
Cheers. Thank you, Mr. Witz, Gifted Wilkinson, Messiah, Nemo, everybody, beloved poets. I have two pieces for you tonight. This one's called Reconciled. The time has come to reminisce. If I did not, I'd be remiss. And now to you, dear, my thoughts do stray. I never meant to treat you that way, but I was immature and too self-centered to see that you were truly the one for me. Your love I treated with disdain. From fucking around, I did not refrain. All the girls and all the drugs could not sweep my issues under rugs. It took some time for me to mature. Now that I'm ready, you're not that sure. I will always miss your mind. A genius is hard to find. I treated you with no class. You were right to dump my ass. You were the one. I'm still beguiled. To this I am now reconciled. And the second piece was originally done as a collaboration with Thomas Open Minds. This is my part. It's called Telekinesis Thesis. Interstellar travel is within our grasp, though the distances are immense as space is vast. Time and space itself are constructs of the mind. It is within that final frontier we will find, like spooky action at a distance implies, on quantum entanglement our thought flies. Time and space will bend to our will, travel in the blink of an eye, a new human skill to transport us to dimensions as yet unknown. Galactic consciousness, my mind is blown. The multiverse beckons an endless delight, poetic compositions of words made of light. As above, so below, feel the power of my flow to transform the logos, the ethos, into paradoxical pathos, to transcend the singularity, see the whole with crystal clarity. From DNA to spiral galaxies we're spun. Out of this world we have won. We're about to get blisstastic, tripping the light fantastic, epic journeys through time and space, encounter the Godhead face to face, in the mirror every day, fractal visions that time cannot decay. Thank you. Love you all.
Oh man, so y'all open up your mics and show some love.
We love you.
Wow.
Woo-hoo.
That second piece.
Yeah, telekinesis.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I think that first piece was very relevant. I think we could all find ourselves in that reconciliation of love. You know, whether you're on either end of it, you know, I think we can all find ourselves in that piece at one point or another. That second poem was like you joined in the Dr. Strange realm. He was like, you know, his buddy, the chunky one that's in the movie with him. I forget his name, but you was definitely him. I see you opening up portals in that piece too, man. Great connection, brother. Great work. All right. Y'all got some more comments, y'all can put them in the chat. Make sure y'all continue to love on each other. Express the appreciation for the poetry as well. With that being said, open your hearts to your mics and show some love to the amazing Mary Peterson.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this one is called I Believe an Angel is Walking Alongside Me. And it was based on a writing prompt, which was I believe an angel is walking alongside me. And I wrote this on the 10th of this month. I believe an angel is walking alongside me. The reason I believe this is because I would not have survived my trauma otherwise. I was saved from suicide tries over and over. I was saved. That's for that one. The second one I'm gonna do is also based on a writing prompt. The writing prompt was I love, and I wrote this also on the 10th of this month. I love my sons. I love my husband. I love my pets. I love my mom and her husband. I love my aunts. I love my grandma. I love my biological father. I love my family. I love my friends too. I love myself. That.
Mary if you like, you know, I always like to get at least 3 from you.
Yeah. Let's see, which one do I want to do? I'll do this one. I wrote this one on the 8th of this month, and it's called Magic Eraser. It was based on a writing prompt, which was a picture of an eraser, with the word eraser on it. And this is what I came up with that picture. If there only was a magic eraser, you could erase your mistakes. If there was a magic eraser, you could erase toxic people out of your life. If there was a magic eraser, life would be much easier. If there was a magic eraser, there would not be so much strife. Is it for that?
I
Yeah.
definitely like that
Mike,
one.
show some love.
Thanks.
Yes, I love it. If there was a
Wonderful.
magic eraser.
Yes. And
Boy, could I use a magic
so-
eraser.
That
yes.
part, we can all use a magic eraser.
Yeah, really.
And that first title definitely took me. That's an amazing prompt. If you don't mind sharing it with us all. An angel walking alongside of me. I really appreciated that.
Thanks.
Mm. I love that, Marianne. Thank you. And I need a magic eraser too.
Yeah. Like we all would need one.
That's what's up. Y'all continue to show that love. Go ahead, please.
No, I approve that message. I definitely approve that message. And as I was saying before, it's definitely important to love yourself. Absolutely.
Oh yes,
One else to love you, you got to love yourself.
that's
Yep.
right. That's right. Great message. All right, well, let's keep that energy going. Let's keep that love flowing. Y'all open your hearts and your mics and show some love to Nemo soon.
Nemo. Yeah.
Hey, Nemo.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's so good to be here. We made it to Wednesday. So I set a goal for myself and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do a playthrough of the Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. I'm nervous as hell, but we're gonna see how this goes. Let me.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, I just turned on the sound for musicians. That's way too soft. Can you hear that? Like
Yeah, we can
Yeah, it's a little soft, but I can hear
like
it.
hear it. Yeah.
how's that? Better?
A little better.
It's good. Play it out. I think once if you turn it up, it might alter the genuity of the sound.
Okay. All right, here we go. Sorry, wheels came off there at the end. But that was the first 3/4.
Is that the name of it?
The first 3/4.
That was beautiful. Not everyone can play. So
Right.
that's wonderful.
Well, I'm
That-
asking because it took me on a journey. I'm sorry, Erica. Go ahead, speak, please.
No, you're good. You're good because I know I've heard that piece before. I'm sure it was in one of the cartoons I watched back in the day because you know how they introduced us to a lot of stuff, especially Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
So,
You know what?
so it's familiar. At least we can tell what it was and everything. You weren't bad, and who am I to judge? I can't play, so I
It's
can't play at
crazy.
all.
So what?
It's
Oh.
amazing that you said it was a cartoon because I'm sorry, Gifted. Please let me say this while it's on my mind though. Amazing that you said it was a cartoon because I literally saw cartoon imagery as it played. I saw a dog lost in the rain, trying to make its way home. I seen cars driving by and splashing puddles all through that piece, and it was a cartoon image. I don't know if that's where that came from, but that's what I saw.
That's
We
funny.
in, we
Oh,
in sync. I'm sorry, Gifted. Go ahead. I love you. Go
no,
ahead.
you go ahead. You go
No,
ahead.
I'm done. It's just amazing sometimes how you can be in sync with those around you. So that's crazy. But go ahead.
I don't know where the cartoon can, I mean, I can see it now that y'all are saying it, but I don't know, something about when you first started reminded me of a Donny Hathaway song. And I cannot think of the title, but it's the one I've seen many places and lots of things. It was something about it. But with you both talking about the cartoon, I actually then began to picture like a silent film. When the silent film would have the movie and the actors would be acting it out, but there were no words. So I could see that type of emotion being evoked from that piece. So I still enjoyed it very much, though. Very, very passionate. I liked it.
Beautifully played, Nemo.
So when I have an audience like you, it's easier to just get into it and feel it. So
We're all beautiful people, no doubt.
thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the share. Um, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to add to it, but definitely beautiful. Um, y'all continue to show love to one another in support of the art. Um, with that being said, at this time, open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to the amazing Gifted.
Yes, lady. Let's go.
Woohoo! Yeah.
I love y'all. I
Yeah.
don't know why I thought Erica was next. Okay, I'm
Hey, Prada.
tight.
I think
All
that's
right.
the time I heard your voice tonight, but welcome, Queen. Welcome.
Yes. All right. Hopefully we get through this. It keeps freezing. We love seeing you all and Maddie go out. All right. All right. So this first piece will be poetic moments. Ignore dirty windows. Like broken glass on the floor. We walk around the shattered pieces, carefully placing each toe in its place. Life happens. Life happens all around us. Echoing metrical pulses stimulate. Rhythmical throbbing dates. As the blood rushes through my veins, I'm carefully leaving imprints of my toes everywhere. Daylight's vision ain't never been clear inside these four walls. Poignant significance. Grab hold to your mold and let the ink drizzle across the scroll. Poetic moments. Ignore dirty windows.
Wow. Wow. That's all I could say. I'm just like, oh my God.
That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful wordplay in that. Them last lines is crazy. Beautiful, right?
Thank you.
Superb.
Thank you. All right, and this is a new piece. I'm still kind of working on the kinks of it. Actually, so this is new shit.
New shit.
Oh shit that I'm unveiling. So yeah, bear with me. It's upwelling motion. Yesterdays are gone. Memories of what used to be flood my bank. Tidal waves dock at my feet, and I feel the mist upon my cheeks. How do I live in the now? New currents flow, upwelling my downwards when all I want to do is play in the sands. Throw a bottle of remembrance, old lang syne energies of our past. How do I live in the now? With them tugging at the core of me, pulling at all that is of me. Wishing I could hold on to the nostalgia of yesteryears and yesterdays and yester moments. Two sides of a balanced coin spins round and round, allowing the goodness of both worlds to fill my heart, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. And I take it all in like a bellowing sea, upwelling motion.
Y'all open y'all mics and show some love. That was a beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. Great new shit.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
some new
Yes.
shit right there.
That was like a hourglass poem. I really like the concept of trying to hold on to time. What I
Yeah,
call like playing in the sand.
you're
That's
right.
like an hourglass piece because you know how the sand seeps through the hourglass, and you just want to capture and live and relive the moment. Or
Right. That's
the
exactly.
concept of throwing the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you for catching that.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome! Wow. Oh, I'm glad I was able to fill
Did
that
y'all
out.
catch the old anxiety? Let all our acquaintance be forgot. That song. It's like because that song brings about is the song you sing at New Year's.
Yeah, I have used that before in one of my pieces about time. I think I read it on here actually.
Okay.
So it made me think of my piece too.
Okay. That's about letting go of things and yeah, and letting the new come in.
What's the
That's
song?
let old acquaintance be forgot. And yeah, I can't.
Oh, I know the song. I
Acquaintance
don't know the
be
words, but yeah,
forgotten
yeah.
never.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Yes, Megas. Yes, yes, that's it. I'm probably not old. Yeah, Old Lane Syne is
You
it.
would
It's
you would
Scots.
have it.
It was the original song was written in Scots, so there's a lot
Okay.
of like
Wow.
Scottish lingo.
Wow.
Yeah, but basically, I use that term to signify that I'm letting go of the old so that new can flow. Allowing the memories to remain in my heart, but also, allowing new things to fill me up. So
It's beautiful. That was beautiful.
thanks.
Yeah. No, thank you for the new works. excuse me, y'all continue to show that love in and out of the chat, please. And at this time, open your hearts and mics and show some love to Brooklyn in the house. Tonight, y'all are viewing her as Erica Flores.
Erica! Woo, woo, woo!
Hey, my people, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you come on for a second?
Perfect.
Loud and clear.
Okay, so just to prepare you guys, the first piece is not mine, but there's a reason I'm reading this, because the second piece, it'll make sense. And you guys probably heard it before from this other poet. And I don't know the title of it, and I hope I wrote the words correctly, because I may have used the wrong words, because this is somebody else's piece. You fell in love with me through your ears, your mind, telling your feelings to your heart, evidenced by eyes who corroborated what it felt like and ascertained the realness of it. As for me, I'm in need. I need your sweet touch to feel your loving arms around me. Want to kiss you soft and deep. Need you. Want my breath to become yours. Need your touch of your waves to wash my shores. Let the sound of seagulls and air be the peace that we share. Your restorative in your arms, so wrap yourself about me. Listen to the energy that recharges my batteries. Let me reciprocate. Let me reciprocate, give you everything. Equal we share, all the supples to the skin to be loved. To kiss your essence, let me feel all that's within. Sweet, like sleep, you are my dream. So find me waiting at the end of the yellow brick road where rainbows blow charm pops for suckers, because they are sweet. You, my treat, are confectionery sugar. The cavities that cave, no smoke, we vape. Inhalation of midnight's grace. Plant this affections squarely on your face. It's getting late. And this Egyptian cotton has a cost that's only paid in the weight of your body. We scale, incomparable fine, pale in comparison. Let my eyes taste the poetry that your body happens to be. Your groove, you're the soul that I've been waiting for. There's not a sunrise that I would despise as long as you exist. The bliss of your kiss is how I subsist, and I stay in my intent, never to relent. Permissive with your consent, I'm given unto you to love, 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 3 times for as many times as I do believe in you. My past moving into my future, how I took you to heal. In your heart I suture, closing you off from pain, pushing off the remains, taking away the sour place. Your heart throbs for a better tomorrow. And when I speak love, I speak your name and a blessed need to change. I find your note and see that you have range. This might feel strange to feel so much energy, or when you dream, you can see me clearly. This is providence. This is prophecy. Meet me at the corner of my fantasies, the boulevard of heart, streetcar of desire, the fire that burns only for you, warms only for you. You fell in love with me through your ears. Your mind was telling your feeling to your heart. Evidence my eyes corroborated what it felt like, and I ascertained the realness of it. So that is the first piece.
That was beautiful. Who's the author?
Mojave.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. He
Oh,
normally does it to music.
okay. It sounds like something that he would do too. Now that you mention his name, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a exquisite poet when it comes to love language. That's my brother.
Well, the reason I read that piece is because, I was feeling some kind of way about not being able to write anything. And I've been wanting to do a response piece. So I got to say that you and Gifted's influence has possibly had poured into me as far as response pieces. So I said, I'm going to try to respond to this. So that's why I read his piece first.
Beautiful.
So I had wrote something. This is new.
Oh, we're
And
excited.
I'm gonna share with my family here. So because I'm nervous. I'm like Nemo. So I didn't title it. I must admit, you are correct, albeit your intent may have been innocent in the beginning. Your delivery had its effect on me. Corroboration not only from my eyes, but by my reactions to you. My actions exhibit my follow through. I fell in love with you through my ears, my mind at first questioning the energy due to fear of past years of hurt, mode of protection, keeping together my heart and mind, knowing that I lack time to waste. So with great haste, I think things over, perhaps overthink the way I'm set up, thinking not only of myself, but of you. I know you're no stranger to past pain, and I don't want to be the one that could hurt you again. So I had to be sure, because like you, I want to be your cure, your remedy, like Secret Service, nothing getting past me to protect your heart. You are love, 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 which was the key right from the start. Who would have thought? Forgive me for not accepting the realness. I am woman. You must be tender with this gender, because until you show your sincerity, I couldn't surrender. Not your fault, but until you decreed your intent for my consent, the seal was to remain on this vault of my heart. Know that I ache with want of you, to touch you, to wrap my arms around you, to kiss you with all that is within me, grabbing your locks, interlocking them in my fingers, pulling you close, tracing your lips with my tongue, sucking on them like a bomb pop, until I feel my waves beating against your shore, dancing to their own rhythm, nice and slow, savoring your embrace. I concede I have need of you. The strength of your arms makes me feel loved, secure and protected, safe. The need to in turn protect you, bringing you in the security of my cushion, enveloping you in my nourishing essence, cradling you until you drift off, until you hear the calling of your name in whispered echoes and moans. Beloved, 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 in days abandoned between sleep and wakefulness, your name defining love, prophecy coming to fruition, realizing that you're not dreaming. This is providence, and your delivery is having its effect once again. Poem.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Mike, and show
Yeah.
some love.
Lizzo!
That was absolutely beautiful, Erica. I'm glad you took your time to respond to that. And you did an excellent job. Beautiful
Thank you.
work. Beautiful work.
I'm glad that's over.
Oh, Mojave's in the building. I didn't even see him here. Oh, what's up, King? I didn't
Is
even-
he? I didn't even know.
Yep, he's in here. And he's clapping to the piece. Amazing, amazing. Y'all make sure y'all continue to show love and support to the artist and to the work.
I wish he could have read his piece first. It would have made so much sense, I think.
No, you did a great job. You read both of them eloquently. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You did what was necessary. You can't take it back. No take backs. We appreciate the energy. It was dope. With that
I love
being
you guys. I love you guys. Thank you.
we love you too. You better know that. You better know that. Check the comments. There's some words thrown in there that just connected as well.
I got a few more hours before I turn 58. I'm trying to embrace 57. I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna be all anxiety for 57. So hey, God, Jesus.
You better embrace every next day that's given to you. Like it's nothing more special than being able to age. People are so shy and so fearful of claiming the knowledge that has been given to them throughout the years, but it's nothing like getting those gray hairs. It's nothing like living to see all the different things that has happened during our time, and being able to share that message, not only through your eyes and through your stories, but something to pass on to the next generation coming that's just watching how you move. So happy early birthday, I wish you many more, and I just think it's dope. To continue to grow. So make sure we do our best to do that. Let's all stay healthy and stay learning. You're never too young or too old to learn something new. That being said, y'all open up your hearts and your minds and show some love to my sister. Welcome back, Ray Jane, in the building.
Hey, what's good?
Okay. Uh-oh now.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Jane.
Woo! You know, I got Stacey Dyson in my house right now, Ray Jane. Just so you know, I got Stacey Dyson here.
Where? You gotta put her on the screen somewhere. You can't just say that. Don't play with me.
Stacey, Ray Jane wants to say hi. She's on something, I think. Oh, wait, no, baby, wait. She's not on a call. Hey,
Hey,
sweetheart.
Stacey. What's up?
Here real quick. Huh?
It's
Just finishing up some stuff that I'm hoping to debut tomorrow.
we gonna keep our eyes open, our ears and our hearts open for it.
Hi,
Please
Stacy.
do, because it's been a minute.
I'm
How you
excited.
doing, girl?
Hey, we good. We out here. We chilling. We chilling with Mr. Witz and the family.
Okay.
Right? Just
Well,
doing what we do.
Do what Tesoro women do, and don't hurt them too hard.
That
I
part.
promise and I can't promise, right?
Okay, baby.
I love you. Peace.
Love you too.
I will leave her be. Anyways, yeah. So sorry, I didn't mean to like interrupt, but I know Stacey would have wanted to say hi to Ray Jane. So
Appreciate you for that. And oh, shout out happy birthday to Erica, real quick, first and foremost.
Oh, God bless you, sweetie. Thank you for that. I
Well,
appreciate that.
absolutely. We got to celebrate these moments, right? We don't always get to celebrate together. So, especially if it's a positive transition, I'm here for it. So, all right, I don't want to take up too much time, but if I get a chance to pour into you, I'm going to. I can't help myself, right? So, as they mentioned, I'm Ray Jane. Y'all know me. I love y'all. So, I'm excited. I have a book coming out. My first book is on the way. The title is Black Like That. And it's my baby, and I am just so hyped to share it with y'all. So y'all keep your ears and eyes open. Pre-orders will be coming soon. I'll be dropping the cover, giving y'all, the little salt-based sprinkle so you can know what's up, all right? So I'm going to read, thank you, I appreciate you. I'm going to read a piece from there and then a new piece because I'm also, always trying to grow and stretch with y'all. You know what I mean? Also, we could be our best together, hopefully. So this joint is entitled The Game of Life, and it's after a poem by Terrence Hayes entitled We Should Make a Documentary About Spades. In Mama's house, we don't play no games. Even when game is on the table, every card drawn is battle. We become swordsmen at dinner. Learning early why daddy made mama his bookkeeper. Grits were mixed with lessons. Daddy stored cards underfoot. So we walked with stealth, expecting to be cheated. Slaps of ivory tore through ears, so we learned how to celebrate, to take up space, to feel victory vibrate our bones. At Pan Ultimate, the kitchen table reminded us that going bubble was possible. Right? Mess with that. Cool. All right, this next one, a shorty. I actually wrote this at work. They have something called narrative medicine, where we have an opportunity to, believe it or not, write poetry, right? About the experience of providing care. And sometimes it's about that. Sometimes it's just about writing while experiencing providing care. So this has nothing to do with providing care, but it came out of that nonetheless. And it's inspired by a poem called For What Binds Us by Jane Hirschfield. There are portions of me that have seen the spectrum, have tasted the ends, the hues avoided, circumstances circumvented, some colors that come laced in pain. Weary of what may be weaved into me, I have learned to be ginger with my risks. But this has never been enough to protect me. Some shade is not the saving kind. Contemplative about what my colors might mean, occasionally I swim into the dark purples of past, whence, out of habit, sympathy for a self once pregnant with suffering. Old plums now magenta with old tales of new magics, new abilities to limp out of my colors, practicing brighter perspectives, gathering all views, pain now a prism, my wounds repurposed as windows. Thank you.
Yes. And definitely hit me up when that book comes out because I want to pour into you. All right? Please.
Thank you.
Y'all please open up your mics and show some love. Ray Jane, just the transition from conversation to jumping into poet mode is just so dope. Your voice is so grabbing. So when you perform your pieces, like you really live them in your voice, it's dope. It's dope.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Another thing that I like is that both of your pieces were inspired by some other author or poet's pieces. I think that's so homaging and so much love just in that. And I guess that's like a transcending energy tonight. Erica did something like that as well. I think it's dope. Let's make sure we continue to pour into each other and show that love.
Thanks. Thank you for the space. Appreciate you.
My wounds was repurposed as windows. What? I should have wrote that 3 years ago. That's a fine line. Like, what?
Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Love you.
Dope. With that being said, and again, congratulations on the new book. We will be on the lookout for that. Yeah, but y'all open up y'all hearts and mics for our next poet. He just dropped, but I still gonna call you our brother CP Mays.
Hey,
CP!
everybody.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
What's good, everybody? Yeah, I got 2 poems that I really never read anywhere. So let's go with this. It's called Hometown All-American. This hometown All-American has a cannon for an arm, a fruit roll-up and 8 glasses of milk a day for an addiction, rushed more yards last year than all of the town's drunk drivers and neighborhood whores combined, was raised on poverty, failure, audibles, and apple pie since he was knee-high to his father's Oxycontin and crystal meth addiction. When it comes to 4th and inches, fumble of failure, kin folks at John Deere focus under them their headlights because fucking foes will find more success than finding Waldo before a foe will find him playing possum or playing chicken, second fiddle or second string to any fly-by-the-night strangers drive. Hometown, high school, all-American, praise and faithfully worships in Sunday school and through old senile Uncle Joe shotguns whenever kin folks young, old as slow as illiterate and alliteration, older stuttering cousin Scooter stutters up Copenhagen dipspit bullies down overpass yonder railroad tracks, down past dusty back roads where filters and Boeings are cowboy killers lay bleached with whiskey bourbon bottles bellied up, high school all-American against all odds. And tonight, several Southern Baptist bastards who bully non-varsity legacies like, if you ain't Letterman, like y'all don't know that there Joe's youngest boy Scooter is about outhouse bass awkward about as slow as the sundial and a hot damn rock attached to a leper. They're looking to fuck Scooter up. Hometown hero, he's driving up fields, surpassing letdowns and failures. Swore never again to fall country short of a spiritual re-up or look back now. He's audible rattlesnake mean like a Midwest middle of nowhere field of dreams. It's just some another Friday midfield night right, minus the cheerleaders, minus the fact, however this goes, if wrong, the closest dock is at least a tomorrow and a TGIF 60-mile stretch past midnight away. No airbags, no shoulder pads, driving upfield like fuck a Saturday, and a damn SAT in score. Frugal old ass Fannie Mae chest pumping pistons like Uncle Joe's rattling engine mounts. F-150, I formation, quarterback faith, futures at fullback, running backs a failure in motion, future Heisman Trophy quarterback candidate, and he's willing to risk it all. Blowing trailer parks full ride, big leagues, signing bonus, Super Bowl rings, cause it's mama sweet tea. It's the nectar of the gods found around here, and it's not gonna be found in no standardized test, boy. Same Scooter, cause year after year, too young to be hoisted up as if Homer to Odessa, as if Odessa to their first kiss to remind both nature and himself that the things you love should never be allowed to simply fade away. Same Scooter, he tells himself, if the Q-bag God seems to fit, Scooter's double wide, worthy of grace and mercy. If you lucky, you only got several seconds before Scooter's time clock runs out, and pray that this Holy Ghost, when it's all or nothing you, risk it all or nothing you, fuck sudden death, fucking with it's here, stiff on forearm, Mossberg freight chain, slingshot, buckshot, dinner mass, fuck them off if they step over that line, fuck them off if they come without cross or come across off sides, running bank shots straight up the middle note. Don't allow them a chance to huddle up against Scooter middle note. Hurry up, this is gospel mental notes. This is inline, goal line, hurry up offense. Stick to your shotguns and run Scooter's motion before these hillbilly moonshine Neanderthal motherfuckers blindside blitz his stuttering ass. Catch Scooter slipping, leaping in and out of perfect dreamscape. Held closely, tightly stacked in a sack with another man's sack. Because if they found out Scooter tackles ends on and off the field, Scooter's game is over. Punch the time clock.
Grief, grief. Man, you bring the energy. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It's a fun piece to run. I rarely run it though. It's so fun though. Yeah, I got one more. Let's see if I can not mess this up. I think I've only read it once, maybe twice. It's called Plato's Socrates. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. End quote. Plato. To find yourself, think for yourself. End quote. Socrates. Honorably discharged as a sergeant in the Marine Corps, I walked away with 2 rolls of medals from serving 2 tours, walked away with night terrors. I've earned all the nightmares I walked away with. No court-martials. Could have easily re-enlisted, but I couldn't walk away from Michael Johnson's 2 murder trials. Walked away with sufferings from survivor's guilt, survivor syndrome, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, severe depressions, hypersensitivity to loud bangs. I cannot see. I suffer from hypervigilance, UCC. Hypervigilance, UCC, is the enhanced state of sensory sensitivity accompanied by an exaggerated intensity of behaviors whose purpose is to detect activity. So danger, detect all activity from stranger, danger. Hypervigilance is intensity, detects any and all activity moving. I am always at all time mind moving, am always at all time, always waiting for almost assholes with their Billy Badass bravados to act out of character, because to protect family, friends, and mine, I will and can kill everything in the room moving. Make no mistake, I'm no Billy Badass, but best believe I will bully bullies because most of these cowards that talk loud for the crowd, whether right or wrong, whether wrong or right, won't even bust a grape in a fucking fruit fight. Wise men talk because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. End quote. Plato, Mays breathe. Sometimes at night, I can still hear the 46s, 53s, Hueys, Cobra, helicopters, Harriers, engines spooling up during high-tempo flight operations on the flight deck. I was the Marine Corps killer kid with the crack halo and the weather-beaten book of Socrates and Plato's Ponderings in my right back pocket. I am the wisest man alive. For I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. End quote. Socrates. From Texas, one of my private first class Marine stresses over a don't ask, don't tell policy that keeps him stressing over openly loving an officer in the Air Force he fell dog tag head over boots for, or the corporal who wanted out the course so bad he took all of his uniforms out to the middle of the flight deck, drenched them with lighter fluids, sat in the cloth folded out church from the PX, and with a flick of his Zippo split, he torched all of his Alphas, Charlies, Tammys, and dress blue uniforms, and to make things worse, he roasted marshmallows over their open flames, or the corporal from Louisiana who blew out his brains while his wife was still holding him, or the lance corporal doing the Liberty Port in either Greece or Italy got so hammered that he scaled the wall outside of the club. He backed up a few steps just to take off running from the top of that roof, full speed, launching himself from the roof of the club, crashing into an apartment, shattering the window in the next building, tumbling through. I can't imagine what the screams from his wife sounded like, or how many times their kid's daddy slammed that lance corporal's head against the ground until he passed out, or the staff sergeant who went down to the armory to check out his sidearm for cleaning, who loaded a magazine with rounds, placed the pistol in his mouth, and attempted to blow his brains out, only to have the government-issued pistol cocked at an awkwardly placed angle, only to blow the side of his jaw out and not his brains. Be kind, but everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. End quote. Plato, swallowing pain, pride, and purgatory. My stomach is a chemistry set where 19 pills per day keeps PTSD, survivor's guilt, survivor syndrome, severe depression, hypersensitivity, hypervigilance at bay. My stomach is a combination safe where I can spin 3 white pills to the right, 4 pink pills to the left, 6 more pills back to the right, and poof, there goes warfare, combat, CP maze, conflict, struggle, battle, fight, Marine Corps killer kid with the crack halo, shooting shot glasses filled within of the tunnel light, like passions, where I found my heaven on earth's paradise, driving on fumes, turning nothing left, until I can still swerve my life back right, playing with the car wreck full deck. That's a preteen Jesus, in my jaws of life, easily for my Marine Corps brotherhood. For one, or some to live gladly, would have sacrificed my life for my friends, family, and loved ones, still willing to sacrifice my life. Survivor syndrome, sure, ain't wrong, but it sure ain't right. I could have easily lost my life. Like, listen, Lord, I'm not always ready to put up a good fight for God's sight, but I'm getting there with every nightmare scare. I'm getting there all right. Forsaken aftermath, fallout boy with no fear, for I'm an honest man's good fight. Only the dead have seen the end of war. End quote. Plato, I am still here. Home.
Poets, y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Let the congregation say,
CP.
God
CP. Whoa.
Amen. Woo!
Whoa.
That was an interesting set.
That
Yeah.
piece, that piece right there. My God,
that
I'm
piece.
speechless. There's nothing I could say listening to the content.
Got you.
I'm a vet myself, but I was not in a combat zone.
Understand.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure.
I definitely think this line was ill. I'm gonna get it messed up, but it's all good. My stomach is a combination lock. I could turn 4 white pills this way, 3 pink pills that way, and oh my goodness, just the visual content behind that was just amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a buddy of mine. He was talking about something about meds or whatever, and I was like, okay. So with all the scripts that the VA has put me on to like deal with the PTSD and all this other stuff, like I take a shitload of pills a day. Like I take a shitload of pills, amount of pills a day to keep all of my shit together. And sitting back and just thinking about how a lot of us take fucking pills a day, especially in the Black community. We just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a stigma or something like that. But I mean, just to keep people who have just anxiety, like PTSD can come from rape, like date rape. Like PTSD is not just a war-driven thing. You know what I'm saying? So like to think about all these people whose stomachs are combination safe, where they keep all of these pills in, all of their secrets, you know what I'm saying? Everything we put is in this little birdie little safe, and hopefully no one will crack the right combination to get it open. So I don't know. I realize with poetry, I'm constantly trying to crack the combination lock to see if I'm open. So it works. It works.
Listen, you made my chicken get cold because I was trying to keep up in the comment section, trying to keep up with all the fire that was coming out. My chicken got cold.
I thought that was a new Southern pickup line. That's a new Southern pickup line. Boy, my chicken that got cold. Like,
Liz, oh my God, both pieces were so incredible. And your delivery not only invites, but it captures and holds a grip of you. And that's why my chicken got cold. And it won't let you go. And the message is so enveloped and folded, but you got to unfold it as you go, because the message in the football piece, the ends, if he's tackling ends in and on and off the field, come on. And then you're fired. And I don't know if I should thank you or come hunt you down because my chicken cold now. But
I promise you that's a new pickup line. I'm gonna start giving people props like, yo, my chicken got cold. Damn.
I loved it. I loved it. Thank you.
Thanks, Captain. Appreciate you.
The accent there, I also like the way the twist on the Plato quotes.
Oh,
how you built off of that throughout the whole piece was genius as well.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I used to keep this book of Plato and Socrates, like it's a collection of their work, and I kept it in my back right pocket. So like I'll be in the field and like a cigarette cherry inhaling from miles away, that shit lights up. Like somebody can put one in your grape because you're smoking a cigarette, and then you're seeing the little red thing, brighten up. So like I would literally be with like a poncho over my head with a little flashlight, like reading little bits and pieces I can in between flight ops. Like the book kept my mind going when my mind was in another place. So it works. Like, yeah, thank you.
Man, you're a genius. Listen, when you spit, it reminds me of you see them cat-like reflexes. It's crazy. Yeah, but it reminds me of when the drummer gets the solo at the concert. it's building. You see how dope they are all the way through, and then they just start going off. And that is that moment when the drummer has the solo and they hit their rhythm, that's you with your mouth agape,
wow.
the words escaping. Thank you for what
Thanks
you
for that. Oh, that's like this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
no doubt. Thank you.
Make my
And, that,
chicken cold. Make my chicken cold.
and that's another prompt when the drummer has the solo. That's another prompt. So y'all definitely dropping gems tonight. Fire, fire. And like I said, it's important that we give that love. So please, by all means, keep passing that through one another. Not to, but through. Or big love. With that being said, y'all open your hearts and your mics for our final poet tonight, my brother Mojave.
Peace. What's going on, Wes? How are you? Good, brother.
Good to see you, King. Good to see you.
Peace and blessings, everybody in the room. Amazing, amazing, amazing poetry. Sometimes you don't know how much you need something until you hear it. So I've been going through the twists and turns, the peaks, and just going through this whole thing. And it's a little bit of everything in here. So it's the best gumbo I could have tasted with my mind today. So I think that's dope. So thank all the poets that I had a chance to hear, kicking it out. I'm just gonna do, let me try this. Sorry. Just tell me if it's too loud. Is it too loud?
I don't hear
I
you.
don't hear it yet.
Okay. Hold on for a second. I got you. Hold on. Is it? Can you hear it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Can you hear it?
No, sir.
Make sure you got your original sound on too.
Oh, my original sound. Oh, wait a second. I'm not playing it through the thing. So matter of fact, let me reverse. Let me do this. And I'll come back to that. This prompt comes from Sunrise Scribe, and the prompt is, today I set the intention to embrace the joy of ... Today I set the intention to embrace the joy of family. Last night, I spent time with my sister. She is not my real sister. She was married to my oldest brother. His name was Lawrence. He was a hero, military veteran, saw every conflict, and many had not even reached the news. I met her when I was 7. She married my brother. She was white, not unfamiliar, but she danced with me. I was so small, half her size. I held on to her by her 2 index fingers as we spun and we dipped, and she laughed and smiled through all of it. She was amazing in so many ways. She seems to be the balance for my brother. She bore 5 children, each one equal parts of the both of them. They all call me Uncle Mo. They all give the same love. She is the plug, and we connect. We have amazing heart-to-hearts, and she decided to come see about her family. Hopping a flight from NC, she has never not been in my heart. And last night, I saw her after not seeing her for several years. She had remarried, told me the story. Funny, she never said dude's first name. She went to go see my mom and spent time with both of my brothers. Charms, lunch with them, then drove to see me in a few hours. We go to this hot pot Korean barbecue spot that's less than a mile from my house. I get plied to pay the one expensive price, but she kept saying it was nice. She wanted someplace quiet, and it was loud. We sat next to each other as we poised our different accoutrements on grills and hot pots. We exchanged the ketchup. I went from little boy to big man, my 5'10" overshadowing her 5'2". She told me of her pending divorce and the troubles of my nephews, how my famous nephew stopped playing music and started selling shoes, how her brother became an oyster farmer, how my great niece is an incredible artist, doing incredibly well in school. There was so much love and so much good food. She shared how my brother died of an enlarged heart, and I never knew that. How 24 years in the Marine Corps, and I missed that. You would need an ultrasound for your heart, and I wonder if they had caught it, would he still be here now? I am now down 3 brothers. Can't afford to lose any more. My brother has heart issues now. I'm wondering if it's hereditary. That was the bad news. Then she told me that she fell in love. The love story on the good news is how when he met her, he winked at her, put a letter in her locker, and she still has them to this day. A tear came to my eyes. She told me that they went through so much, that they were bad times, and she wasn't going to discuss, but maybe it would put my brother in a bad light. And she can't make me think twice about her. And I wouldn't care. I was about to share the love. We talked and talked. We came back home and she asked me if I needed more prayer and for her prayers. We talked and she said she had to go because she was cold. And I told her I would make an appearance on Saturday, completely tossing out any plans that I had. Time moves so fast, but for love, it moves so slow. I remember my first time meeting her and meaning it meant so much to me. Today, I set the intention to embrace the joy of family.
That was beautiful. Oh my God. That was beautiful.
We felt that one deep and deeply when, time moves so fast. What was that line again?
Time moves so fast, but for love, time moves so slow.
Right, right.
I lied too. I just put it in there.
Thank
Mhm.
you. I wanted to put it down, but the poem ended, like right behind it.
So
It's
beautiful.
just, yeah, beautiful piece, brother. Definitely, just taking that time for family and allowing what's necessary to be expressed. You know, it's not always a beautiful story. You know what I mean? Like it's not always meant to be only the good things that are remembered. There are, so many different aspects of a person to be homaged, to be loved upon. And yeah, that was just a beautiful experience, bro. That you shared that with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then I'll just do this last piece because the music is not working out. So we'll just do it. Acapulco. Like call it. We'll do it Acapulco. I am afraid. Love has not been kind, and when love was kind, I was blind to her effects. I be rejects of her considerate effects, not knowing when the good could come next. I throw these love yous up against the wall to see what sticks. Sometimes open arms stay open and don't have tricks. And as a mermaid, I swim for the depth, and somehow I keep having to come up for air. Maybe it's the way I try to climb the stairs. As the rug was pulled from underneath, and it doesn't seem fair. I'm heroic, and I want to save all, but a superhero can't save, yet saves all of his heart, leaving a taste in your mouth. This heart. We had a great start. Stolen moments, love into overflow, no map in the directions of the places we could go. I place my faith and hope, a telescope to see a place of future grace. But the pain remains as written all over your face, and you don't have to say a word. The disappointment, disenchantment, the spell set free. I am still trying to build love, poured full in varying degrees. I am walking so slowly, carrying a pitcher of water, watching it spill out. I have no doubt. I just want no cloud. I just want you to kiss me softly and let our skin be kin to start fresh, be new, begin. I don't want the line step over your boundaries. I feel new fences for past offenses, and I know you have a hard time believing you had. I mean you no harm. But I want to re-spark the electric, speak about childhood and all things weird and electric, wave this weird around, listen to soul sounds and dance like there's nobody watching. I don't know how to send signals to tell you that it's safe. To someone who had to live with the fact of never being safe. One upheaval can cause betrayal, and I'm trying my best to get rid of my pocket full of triggers like a bomb ticking. I'm trying to stick to these new guidelines, not knowing if you're okay, if things are not fine, that you want to escape, and this hero can't fly. I'll figure out how to save the day. Figure out what way and everything in the way that he's tracking when he's absolutely lacking. Cape. That's a piece.
You didn't need that music. That was fire. That was
I want his mic or whatever it is he's speaking into, because he
that was
always sounds like
beautiful.
his delivery always sounds like he's on the radio or something. I don't know what it is, but it was beautiful.
Yes, yes. So we said it's like beautiful.
Yeah, he definitely finds peace with his words. Takes his time, and it's just delivered in an amazing tone. Shout out to you, Javi, for that whole concept of being a hero, or wanting to be the hero, but not having the cape. Not being able to save everyone. Concept was dope. The piece was magical, man. Thank you for coming to share with us tonight.
No, thank you for having me. Thank you for all the amazing poems that I heard tonight. I never know that I needed it so much. Like, for real, for real.
You said a mouthful with that. That's one thing that I love about this space is that don't come here with no expectations, because you don't know what the message is going to be, but it's a connection with every poet and every message that's delivered in this room. Everybody, please open your mics and just love on each other a little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, this was nice. I was tired, but like I said, I got energy from the beginning and all the way to the end, and it's been a wonderful energy, educational, cathartic, just all of the good things rolled up into one. So I love it, and I thank you all. Thank you for the space.
I love this space. I oh my God, absolutely love you guys. You guys make me feel safe. It's like having soul food with family on Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess Wits would be Big Mama. Bringing us all together, just love on each other. He just be encouraging us to just love on each other and be positive and just so accepting, and just feels like a big hug in this room. And then you got Nemo, making sure that I know that we're meeting, he's like second in command or whatever, like, you coming, right? What we doing? So I love you guys. Absolutely. And CP, man, bringing the heat always, always. I love you. I love you guys.
Yeah, love you back.
BP, that uncle that come in with goods, you don't know if he got a bottle in his hand or a bag of reefer, but it's a party when he get here.
Absolutely.
I definitely appreciate you too, Nemo, for always sending out the kites. Gifted, I definitely appreciate you for always opening up this room for me, for us, for allowing us to have this space. And just big hugs and love for all of you who continue to come in and share a piece of your journey. It just allows us to really, really be family as we look into each other's lives and share. You know what I'm saying? And just welcoming us into your homes. Like we're all in our homes right now. So, we're in everybody's home. You know what I'm saying? When you come on the mic, CP, I'm in your space. Nemo, when you come on the mic, I'm in your space. Prada, Ray Jane, DeMagus, Erica, Mojave, Gifted, definitely. When you open up your mic, whether it's in the comments or it's in your piece, you'll welcome us into your home, which is your heart. So that's like the biggest thing for me. I love y'all. Thank y'all for making this a special place to be.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. Thank you, everyone. I love being here on Wednesday nights. It recharges me on so many levels. So thank you.
And Nemo, don't worry about that IG post. I back channeled you like I was rushing to get here. Like my wife was like, well, we can stop and get the boys some Chick-fil-A. Well, the open mic kind of started about 15 minutes ago. So I think we got some leftover chicken. They can put some ramen noodles or something. Like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
The chicken is cold.
Just don't let the chicken get cold.
Oh, it's gonna get cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't let the chicken get cold. Wow. Oh man, that's something special for real.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna close out. And again, y'all know how we do. The show will be posted as soon as I can load it. We can go back and reshare the space, revisit these moments and the stories that have been shared.
Amen. So glad we had this time together.
Sing it, love, sing it.
Just to have a laugh or sing a song.
Come on.
Seems we just got started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
Tickle the keys, Nemo. Tickle the keys.
Peace. See y'all later.
Peace and blessings.
We love you.
I love y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Love you guys. Absolutely.
Bye. Thank you. Happy birthday, Erica.
Good night.
All right.